Alright guys, what is up? It's Friendly Neighborhood UberGoose here with a Thursday Night Magic Ravnica draft. And this is Phantom, so that should steer me away from picking cards based on monetary value, although a lot of the cards that are actually worth something are fairly decent in draft, but probably won't pick dual lands. So, our first pick here, we can commit to Azorius, commit to Selesnya, commit to some sort of slow-rolling control-y deck, but if I really wanted to, I would pick Detention Sphere. There's really no way to go into Rakdos or Golgari from this pack, so if I want to take a common, it's probably Frostburn Weird, because it's the best common. Selesnya Charm would be the uncommon, and obviously Detention Sphere is a decent pick. And I think it is just the pick, because removal is pretty, I don't know, pretty limited in this format, and Detention Sphere is a pretty damn good one, as well as, I don't know, I like the Azorius deck quite a bit, so it seems like the pick here. Alright, second pack, we have Double Dark Revenant. Now Tower Drake and Avenging Arrow, both decent in the Azorius deck, but I think I want the Guildgate. Neither of those two is like second pick worthy, while fixing no matter when you pick it is pretty solid. Arguably I could take the Promenade over the Guildgate, but I'm not likely to be like 4 or 5 colors. I normally just don't draft, that many colors. I'm normally like a 3-color drafter at most, and Azorius Guildgate's just better fixing than Promenade. As long as I'm in blue and white, obviously. Nothing really of note in this pack aside from the Indrik. Is probably not going to table, but I'd like it to. As well as Tower Drake and a Bending Arrow. If either of those comes back somehow, I'll be happy. Next pack. This is interesting. We could take an Arrest as just another removal spell. Not to mention it is an enchantment, and there is an Ethereal Armor and a Nightly Valor in this pack. There's also a Hussar Patrol, which is fine. First 2 picks were rare and uncommon, so I'm not too surprised. It's probably gonna be Arrest, although I never see Fencing Ace ever. And when am I one to pass up a Fencing Ace? It's potentially an awesome card. Fuck. Sorry for my language. Sometimes I just kind of let it out. It's actually close. I think it's Arrest, though. It's gotta be. Removal is just good. So here it's Syncopate or Skywatch. There is something to note that an Augur Spree is here, and 2 commons are missing. But Syncopate's really good. Nobody plays around it ever. It's on color. It's control-y. I mean, so far I've got removal, counter. So I'm obviously going to be a very slow control-y deck. I think the pick is Vassal Soul. It's just, it comes down early, it gets in damage, and it's most definitely better than picking up another counter spell, or the 1/3, I think. I can't take Swift Justice yet, because I actually don't have any creatures. I could take Skywatch, but I can definitely pick up more Skywatches later. They go much later than Vassal Souls, because this card is also played by the Selesnya deck, so I'm pretty sure the pick is Vassal Soul. And here's a sweet card to pick up. Chromatic Lantern. This does let us splash quite liberally, and I think it's probably the pick over a second Guildgate, or pick our splash card. I'd rather be able to splash first. Okay, Hover Barrier is basically a control player's dream, so that's an easy pick, and we should notice that there is a Teleportal here. Unfortunately, we're not the Teleportal deck, but we do already have one answer, can potentially pick up a cancel on the wheel, so Hover Barrier seems to be the pick here. Let's do a little bit of cost sort, yeah. All 3s, sure. You know, I have 2 enchantments. Oops, those 2. 2 enchantments, which is worth noting. I might want to pick up that ethereal armor if it tables with nothing else exciting in the pack, and Sphinx of the Chimes is the finisher we're looking for. The fact this made it all the way to me is pretty surprising. It basically screams that either this pack had a sweet Is It card, or there is no other blue drafter. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, a 5/6 with flying, even if it just said that, it would be worth playing in this format. And then it has the added potential of throwing away extras if I end up drafting more hover barriers or something. So Selesnya Charm tabled. That should never happen ever. And somebody took the Cellar. So, interestingly enough, that means somebody is in Selesnya and is undervaluing this card, or somebody else is trying to get into Azorius. But I cut Azorius like really hard, so they're probably going to bail. But I mean, the pick is obviously the Selesnya Charm, if not only to hate draft, so it can't kill my Sphinx. But I'm probably going to be Bant. I always draft Bant. As those who have listened to the podcast know, I am a huge proponent of Bant, and yeah, our other 2 Azorius cards are gone, so somebody else is trying to take Azorius cards. It's obviously Indrik here, it's not Horncollar's Chant. Indrik's just Giant Spider, whatever. Our deck looks sweet. I'm liking it so far. It's very control-y. I mean, it's not fast, but whatever. I don't really care. Alright. Can I have my pack? Okay. I mean, there is an Indrik, there's this Guildgate, and there's an armor. It's not Deliverance. I already have an Indrik, so I think taking a second one's not very good. And I think I do actually want the Ethereal Armor. I mean, 2 of my creatures fly. I mean, technically 3, but yeah. I think that card's good enough. Sure, a Courier over Shredder. You know what, no, let's take the Codex Shredder. At worst, it can actually be a treasure find, which is pretty sweet. Alright. If I pick up more Ethereal Armors, I might be playing this card. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide it though, I'm not playing it. I might actually play Codex Shredder though, it is sweet. I am quite a fan. Mostly because I played Eggs for quite a while, and it was a sweet card in Eggs. But, yeah, let's see what our rare is. Or mythic, you know. Okay, Corpse Jack Menace, don't really have to worry about that. So, I think this is a very easy second Selesnya Charm. Like, Selesnya Charm is fucking insane, because it's always a blowout every single time that you play it. And then once you play it once, people are like, oh, okay, now I don't have to worry about it. And then if you just have a second one, it's ridiculous. Cards that we should note about tabling are Hussar Patrol, Azorius Arrestor, Armory Guard, and Skywatch. If Rhino tables, sure, why not? But also Explosive Impact is good to notice. And then this will not table. There's at least one Rakdos drafter for sure, so there's no way that's coming back. New Prov Guildmage versus a 3-mana flyer. It's probably just gotta be Guildmage, he's very good. Very good card. Thrill Kill and Ash Cell. The Rakdos deck is gonna be nuts here. Yeah. Can I see, like, specifically? No, I can't see all the people in my pod. Okay. It's gotta be Guildmage, right? Like, this guy's sweet, but I'm very heavy on 3s already. Yeah, it's Guildmage. It's a very good card. So here, we probably just take Thought Flare. Although it is splashing yet another color, we do have a Lantern, and we can definitely pick up more Guild Gates. And power level-wise, it's easily just the best card in the pack. If I weren't taking Thought Flare, it would probably be Arrow or Skywatch. Skywatch just because it flies, and Arrow obviously is just more removal. But I think I have to pick Thought Flare here. It's just too good of a card to pass. Or I could hedge my bets and hope that Is It player takes Electromancer, but that's highly unlikely, so I'll take the Thought Flare. As much as I want to take Kieran here, I feel like the pick might be Tristani's Judgment. It's probably Kieran. It lets me run more forests. It's fine when you activate it. The evasion's definitely good. It's not cancel, but yeah, I think it's Kieran actually. I like the Kieran here. Search the city if I want to just have more things that work with Sphinx. Or I guess more copies of Sphinx in a sense. I'm going to take a second to syncopate. I think I'm just going to be drafting a deck that's all about like catching my opponent off guard. I think that seems fine. If Ethereal Armor tables, I'll take it. If Paralyzing Grasp tables, I'll take it. Downsize tables, I'll take it. I don't know. I feel like Search the City and Cremate are kind of table. So, there's that. Ooh, okay, now this is a rough pack. So I could take Gatecreeper Vine for fixing. I could take Sphere of Safety for more control-y. Eyes in the Skies for just general goodness. Or I could take a Hover Barrier and hope for the best. But I think the fact... I'm going to go Cost Sort now. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I have like no permanence on 5. So I think that might be the deciding factor. Also, how many enchants do I have? 3? 3 enchantments? Yeah, it's probably enough. Like, this is minimum 1. So, sure. So, I could take Fixing or another enchantment. Because this enchantment's also on the same mana slot, it's not nearly as exciting, and I think I'm going to take the Fixing here. I do have a Lantern, which does let me ramp to Sphere, or Knightly Valor, which is cool, but I do think the Guildgate is the pick, so I'll just take that. Probably can hide the Codex Shredder. So here it's probably between Runewing, Promenade, or Paralyzing Grasp. There's no way it's Chorus in I just don't have creatures. The reason I think it might be Paralyzing Grasp is for synergy with Sphere and Armor, but I think it's Runewing just so I can get another Evasive Body. So that if they have like a kill spell, then like I get to refund my bird basically. Star Patrol tabled, and I think that's better than Skywatch and Aquasteed, or Aquasteed or something, however you want to pronounce it. The Impact table though, which kind of makes sense because there was a Bloodfray Giant in the pack, but yeah, it's pretty easy as Star Patrol. And our Vassal Soul came back, that's cool. I'm a fan of that. So yeah, I'm just gonna take that. The Electromancer tabled, so there is not an Izzet player? Interesting. Do I pick up the 4th color or not? If I pick up the 4th color, like, what's cheapened? Syncopates and Thought Flare? I think I just want to take the Skywatch, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, I got a little punish there. It's definitely cancel though. Yeah, it's cancel. Search the city! Somebody took a Cremate over these 2 cards. Come on, bro. I'm taking Search. I might play this. I've already got 2 Vassal Souls, 2 Celestial Charms, and 2 Syncopates. That's actually good. Like, I mean, none of those are very good with Sphinx of the Chimes aside from Vassal Soul, but they are pretty good with Search the City. Not to mention, I do have Sphere of Safety for synergies. Sitting on 5 enchantments? Yeah. I might play the Search. And if I pick up more Ethereal Armors, it just makes it that much better. So I don't have to take Overgrown Tomb, because this is Phantom. So do I want another fatty, or do I want like a removal spell, or just do I want a all-around decent 3-drop? Right now my green is like only Celestia Charm. Like Indrik probably will make it if I am green, but I don't know. Or do I take the Trader's Instinct? Just like go for the top. It's probably Centaur Healer. I think Centaur Healer is definitely worth it. He's just a very good card. Very strong. Skymark Rock is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm really happy now. Like, whenever you can actually have this card, you're really happy in the Azorius deck. Like, you never have this card. But when you do, it's very good. They can't play creatures with toughness 2 or less. And he just keeps getting in there. And he's better than every other flyer except for the 6-drop. And I guess, like, if you want to include rares, but disregarding rares. Okay, Bluster Squall has to be the pick here. I could get a 3rd Vassal Soul for synergy with Sphinx and Search. But Bluster Squall is actually just nuts. And Vassal Soul probably table, based on what I've seen the past couple packs. I mean, there's some argument for Arrestor, but that's about it. Like, it's Bluster Squall versus Soul and Arrestor, and Bluster Squall is nuts. Let's see, I think this one's close. It's probably Judge the Familiar, but I'm considering Vassal Soul because of the Sphinx and Search. But then again, Judge the Familiar is a body for armor. It is basically another counterspell, which would give me 4, which is basically critical mass of counterspells. Basically, you'll have one for every bomb. So, yeah, I'll take Judge the Familiar, sure. And that is awesome. I kind of want to take Guildgate, but Sky Knight is Sky Knight. And it's a Sky Knight, so Sky Knight. Another Hover Barrier or another Vassal Soul. If I take Vassal Soul, I'll be really upset if the other 2 table. If I take Hover Barrier, I'll be really happy that the other Vassal Souls table. If the other Vassal Souls don't table, though, I think it's still Hover Barrier. 2 Hover Barriers is kind of insane. Like, I won't get attacked ever. Yeah, let's do it. Weird. I guess. Sure, there's like nothing in this pack. This is not a deep pack at all. Sure, let's take the weird. I'm interested in how our deck is turning out. It's turning into like bank control. Like from standard. Minus chases, of course. So I'm probably not playing weird because I'm not really red. Like, I might splash this Thought Flare. I'm still unsure. So like, being Bant, Frostburn, Weird, only being able to get pumped off of one of our 3 colors is really not good. So, yeah, that seems like a pretty easy pick there. So I can probably cut Indrik. Like, he's unlikely to make it, just based on where we currently are. We're at 27 cards right now. So what else won't make it, most likely? Like, if we want to stay super control-y, we leave Kirun in. Just because it's basically a land drop. We can probably take out armor. Even though it is another enchantment for Sphere. Not to mention it has synergies with Sphere in its own text box, but 4 enchantments should be enough for the Sphere. Fuck. I guess Imposter. We could have all the charms. Imposter's fine though. Actually, Imposter's pretty strong with Sky Knight. Not much else. I guess Healer too. And it's pretty good against like Stab Wound and whatnot. It's probably worth having one of them. And a 2-1 flyer is not irrelevant. Okay, Instincts tabled, so did Archweaver, so did Dispel. I probably want the Dispel. Every deck has good instants. I've seen, I believe, 2, maybe 3 Tristani's Judgments. And I don't want this guy getting killed with Judgment, so Dispel's pretty good here. I'll take it. And when Wielder came back, sure. Definitely better than Tablet or Sentry. Kills tokens. Didn't even save my dudes, so, sort of like Fairy Imposter does. Yeah, it's probably just another Dispel. Not playing him. Probably not playing that. Might play this. Tabled. Perfect. Did not table. Okay. I guess Chemist's Trick, sure. Oh, no, it did table. Alright. We got the full playset. Sweet. So Search the City is actually going to be decent, as will Sphinx. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had a deck like this. It's very interesting. So this should be a pretty fast deck building process, though, because I already know the majority of the cards that I really want. And then, yeah, Thought Flare is probably not going to stay, because I've already got plenty of ways to draw a ton of cards. Yeah. Search the City, though, I'll have to, like, save it almost. If I search the city into 3 Vassal Souls, a Hover Barrier, and a Selesnya Charm, and then I've got a Soul, a Hover Barrier, and a Selesnya Charm in my hand, I'll just cry. It'll be so beautiful. I would love to go to deck building right now. I think it's pretty good with those two. Yeah, I can do some sweet things with this deck. Our green is just like Healer, Charm, Charm. So we probably play like 2 forests beside this. Come on, can I go to deck building? Blocks? Yeah, that guy disconnected. Those two disconnected. I don't blame them. Anyway, I'll stop the recording. I'll be back with deck building. And we're back for deck building. I was just trying to record a video real quick in that time, but we're getting low on time here, so let's just get all these bad brothers in here. So that's 30. We gotta make some pretty rough cuts. Jeez. Alright. First cut, Dispel. Second cut, no. No. I have 17 creatures. Yeah, I can cut an Imposter. I don't really need it. Hover Bears are good. Poisoner's good. Search probably can be cut, unfortunately. Skywatch is fine. Let's look at our 3s. What can we cut here? Barriers are awesome. I want to keep them. God, I love all these cards. Do I just, like, run a big deck? Maybe I do. 50 card deck? How many lands do I need for a 50 card deck? It's like 20. This is interesting. Quite interesting. Definitely want to keep Vassal Souls, which is awkward, because that's like the card I would go to cut. Probably Skywatch. Let's try by type one more time. I guess creature type. We only have 3, so we can probably get Sphere. We have to get 2 more cards. Ugh, okay. These both ramp to 5, and eventually 6. Alright. Fine, I'll cut up. No! It's my first chance for Sphinx to actually be awesome. Don't want to cut a Rest or Detention Sphere. Probably can cut a Cancel. Okay, that's not that bad. 15 creatures, really? I guess I have a lot of Vassal Souls. Yeah, Judge Stimulator can probably cut. Like, let's go... We have 1, 2... We only have 2 counterspells. We have 2 counterspells, 2 removal spells. I guess more like halves of removal spells. Yeah, let's just try this. Okay, put that for that, and blue for that. Okay. Seems good.